Hi all guys, Lamborghini here, and today I'm bringing you a tutorial of Team Fortress 2, and it's gonna be a tutorial for rocket jumping and market gardening. And this video won't contain any marvelous clip, but it will have all you need to become a good rocket jumper, because as I noticed from the tutorials out there is that they don't ever say all you need to know. There are some things they forget to teach you. So first of all, the basics. The first thing you have to do is to choose a rocket launcher. Anyone is fine, but for the first times I suggest to use the rocket jumper or the regular rocket launcher. The first thing we are going to do is to shoot right under our feet without jumping, only shooting. As you can see, we just jumped without even touching the space bar, and this is a rocket jump. And this kind of rocket jump is kind of useless, because if you use a rocket launcher you're going to deal a lot of damage to yourself, and that's not something we want to do. And also you don't go very high. So the next step is going to be, first we jump and then we immediately shoot beneath our feet. So jump, and right after we click the mouse button. As you can see, we can go much higher than before, and I can assure you that we won't damage ourselves very much. Remember that you have to shoot right after you jumped, because if you shoot too late you're going to lose all the speed you gained from your jump. Next step. This time the sequence of the keys you have to press is spacebar, control, and then you shoot. So you jump, you crouch, and then you shoot. This time you will go even higher than the last time. And this is basically the rocket jump that everyone does. If you want to rocket jump, this is the rocket jump you want to do. Even if you should first press the space button and then the control one, you can also press them at the same time, because the result will be the same, and it is definitely more easy to press two keys at once than 1 and 2 in sequence. So rocket jumping this way is not very useful, because only going high is not that useful. So what if you want to go even forward? To do it, this time we are going to shoot the rocket not beneath our feet, but with a certain angle, with a little angle on the front of us, like this. Now you can rocket jump and reach high places or cover long distances in a short time. Bigger is your angle, the farther you will go, and the more little your angle is, higher you will go. How can I see where I'm going rocket jumping this way? So what you will have to learn to do is not shooting in front of you, but behind you. With some practice you will manage to do it very quickly, and all this won't appear as difficult as now. Another thing you can do to go farther when you rocket jump is to walk right before rocket jumping, because that way you're going to have more speed when you jump, and so you're going to go even farther. And to do so, just walk and then rocket jump. That's pretty easy. I do recommend to do that every time you rocket jump. If you want to go even farther than that, you can simply shoot against a wall, because if you shoot against a wall you're going to be pushed with more power, and you're going to gain a lot of speed this way. Now, because no one can always do a perfect rocket jump, we are going to learn how to strafe. Now, strafing means moving in the air, and it's quite simple to do. First thing you have to learn is you mustn't press the W button, because that way you won't be able to move as you wish. You won't go farther by pressing the W button. To strafe, you simply have to press the A or the D key and move slowly the mouse towards the direction you want to go. If you want to go right, press D and slowly move your mouse to the right. Try always not to touch even the S button, because that way you are going to lose all your speed, and it's better to do a full circle than press S because you're going too fast. Do not waste your speed. Once you know how to rocket jump, market gardening is pretty easy. You basically have to rocket jump towards an enemy and hit him before touching the ground. Now I can give you some tips to improve your hits. First of all, if you want to hit and get a crit, press always the control button to crouch before hitting the enemy, because that way you're going to have more time to swing before touching the ground. Try always to rocket jump as fast as possible and as low as possible, because that way it's easier to land right next to the enemy, not on the enemy. That gives you more time to swing. Sometimes the game won't be fair with you and won't give you the crit even if you deserve it, and sometimes it won't give you even the hit. That's a hit register problem connected to the melee weapons, and that's very shitty if it happens. In the end, anyway, it's all about practice. Practice a lot and you will be able to hit almost every one of them. So, what does advanced rocket jumping mean? That's very simple. You basically only have to rocket jump and then rocket jump again against another surface. That can be a wall, like in these cases, and also it can be against the ground. If you do it against the ground, it's called speed pogo, and we are going to see that later on. The only tip I can give you for this is always to have your control button pressed. Always. As soon as you rocket jump, you must keep your control button pressed. Now let's take a look at the speed pogos. I'm gonna show you this one on high tower because I think that's one of the easiest. To do this, the most important jump is the first one, because it gives you momentum and it gives you the exact height of your jump. So let's take a look closely to the first jump. First thing you have to do is to aim right here. Second thing you have to do is walking. Walking, because if you don't walk, you're not going to go fast enough. Third, where to shoot. As you can see here, I'm shooting right in front of me, not too high and not too low. This way I'm going to rocket jump very closely to the ground without touching it. So walk, aim, rocket jump in a very fast sequence. If you start with a good rocket jump, the second one will be quite easy. The simple thing you have to do is to aim down and shoot right before hitting the ground. One thing is important: you mustn't shoot your rocket right at your feet, but a little bit on your front, because you are going faster than your rocket, and so you're not going to chain your jump very well. A thing that helps, I don't know why, but it helps, is flicking your aim up. When you're shooting, you flick your mouse up, and that way is gonna be easier to catch the right moment to shoot. Now let's take a look at the last rocket jump, which is the one that gives us the height of the jump. And the last jump of a speed pogo must always be on a ramp slide. A ramp slide is a thing like the stairs over here that you're going to climb without touching anything, only with the enough speed and the good angle. And doing it is very simple. This is the most simple of the jumps, and what you have to do now is to shoot when you want, because technically you are not touching the ground, because you are still rocket jumping even if you are sliding on this stair. And you rocket jump when you want, but this time you have to rocket jump right at your feet, because if you shoot a little bit in front of you, like in the second jump, you're going to hit the stairs immediately, and that will stop your rocket jump. One last thing is very important, even if no one on the tutorials I've seen so far remembers to teach you, is that you have to keep your control button pressed for the whole length of the speed pogo. Second thing, you mustn't press your spacebar while keeping rocket jumping, only for the first jump. You mustn't press the spacebar every time you shoot a rocket at your feet. In the end, a general tip for every rocket jump is to practice a lot, because if you practice you are going to rocket jump better and faster and all better. So thank you all guys for watching. I hope you appreciate this guide, and I hope you will find it helpful. And check out my channel, subscribe if you liked, and peace out guys.